Hi everybody. So, I'm trying to fix my hair because I'm so self-conscious about my hair. But if I brush it, it'll frizz like crazy. I usually brush it after I get out of the shower and then let it dry. And then if I brush it again, it'll frizz because it's wavy. But anyway, so Vicky, you requested a video on Bully, my experience. Let's see, well, because of my social anxiety, I was always called a quiet girl. Quiet girl, actually. Like, instead of actually using my name, people would just say, hey, quiet girl, or hey, girl, over there, you, hey, with the hair, you know, or something else. No, my hair doesn't normally look this bad. Seriously. I know, I probably don't care about my hair, but I'm sorry. Anyway. So yeah, that was elementary school. I got called Four Eyes because I had glasses. That was only once or twice. So that wasn't really that big of a deal. The actual real bullying started in 6th grade. This one girl made it her mission in life to make my life miserable, basically. And she was smaller than me. So I'm like, did you think this through? Because I could sit on your head and you would die. Okay? I wasn't fat at the time. Not really. I was still real small, but I was still a lot bigger than her. I was taller. And I probably weighed maybe 20, 30, 40 pounds more than she did. So, it's kind of annoying that she actually even thought about bullying me. But I guess because I didn't stand up for myself. I couldn't stand up for myself. So, she victimized me. She obviously made fun of me. She was in, I think, 1 or 2 of my classes, and her name was Lexi. I'd absolutely love to see her today. She's probably in prison. She was a little brat, I can tell you that much. But I got my first detention in my English class in 6th grade because I was on the right page, and she told us if we didn't open our books, she told the whole class, if y'all's books aren't open when I call on you to read, then I'm gonna give y'all a detention. Sure enough, she calls me to read, and I'm not on the right page. So she gives me a detention. Who does that? Seriously? Like, why does it matter that I have to be on the right page? I'm listening. I don't know, but she gave me a detention, and I cried. Because it was my first detention, so I felt like a terrible person, and it hurt my feelings because it broke my record. I wanted to be able to say I'd never had a detention in school. I actually had about 2 or 3 throughout my entire school career. I never had a referral or anything like that, which a lot of people with SAD probably don't really have behavioral problems. Believe me, I would have said a few things to them teachers if I could have, so I felt bad about that they called me such a good kid. I mean, I was. Sometimes the teachers piss me off. So I wanted to talk back, but I probably wouldn't have, but so that's one thing she did. She laughed at me because I cried. She's like, oh, you got crying. I'm just like, she's not helping, you know? And then, of course, she has to be in my PE class. The worst possible class you could possibly be in, outside of band, having to get up on stage and performing. The worst class for SAD. Okay? And she's in that class, and her posse. she had 2 other girls that picked on me too. So, and one of them was like super skinny, like almost anorexic skinny. But, no offense to anybody. I didn't mean that offensively. Just, like, she was real tiny. But, let's see. What was I gonna say? I was changing into my gym clothes, and one of the other girls ripped the curtain open. She threw my gym clothes on top of the lockers. She broke into my locker. She would stop me in the middle. She stopped me in the middle of the hallway one time. I was going through the hallway, and she stopped in the doorway and put her hands in the doorway and said she wasn't gonna let me through. So I walked the other way. They turned around and walked the other way. So I'm pretty sure I don't remember. I think she just left because she just got bored or whatever. I don't know. And then, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, at the end of the year she stole my first cell phone. Isn't that nice? And then she tried to deny it. So when they get the cell phone back from her, right, she has all her contacts in my phone. Isn't that, how convenient? Dude, did Superman come down, fly down and grab my cell phone and put your contacts in it? No. You stole my phone and you were not planning on giving it back. Oh my gosh. I mean, really, if you're gonna do something, at least own up to it when you get caught. Seriously. But, so she was like my bully in school. That was the one time I actually had a bully that she pretty much focused on me. But it wasn't, it was enough to give me nightmares. I don't remember it very well. I remember it, but I don't remember it being incredibly horrifying. I don't remember any of them. I don't really remember it as a painful type of, I don't know, I don't remember those things very well. I do remember it happening. So, it's a good thing I don't remember the pain of it. But yeah, I got taken out of that school. Went to a different school the next year. And then there was all those, the cases where, the guys, how they like to pick on you. And they'd be like, I like you so much, will you give me your phone number? That used to, oh my gosh. That was a horrible feeling when they did that to me. Because I don't know whether you're serious or not. And if I ask you if you're serious, then I look like an idiot. So seriously, if you do that to people, don't. It's not funny. And it hurts. Okay? I'm an insecure girl with social anxiety. Don't do that. You're not making it any better. And it's not funny. That was one of the things I dreaded, like, when people did that. I got that a few times. And sometimes you knew that they were kidding, and it was just stupid. But then there were sometimes you couldn't tell. So I was just like, don't do that to me. You were pretty sure they were joking. But if they weren't joking, then you look like you're insecure, which you are. But yeah, that's that part of the bullying. Trying to think.